BassResinator here. Craftor recently contacted me and says, hey, would you want to try out one of our new products for us and do a review? And I said, yeah. Well, they sent me their Fast Cure 4-hour demold. So let's open it up and see what's in the box. Got some mixing cups. Good. Got a couple pipettes. Cool. Instruction manual. This is 1-to-1. I don't know if it's 1-to-1 by weight or 1-to-1 by volume, but I'll find that out as I read this. Okay. And we have, there's another one down on the bottom, but we have some mixing sticks. Looks like we have some mica powder, the basic colors, purple, red, green, blue, black, and yellow. Cool. And we got some of those little mixing pots, which is good because I was running out of those. Now I won't tell you to look at the box because, well, look at the box. It got damaged. And so I already looked in here to make sure everything was sealed because I don't know what happened in shipping, but wow. Okay, so we've got part A and part B. Now A is heavier than part B, so when you go to mix it, you always put part B in first. Okie doke. And then we got some other colorants and more sticks. This is epoxy resin colorant. I'm assuming that's a dye and not an alcohol ink. Got yellow, white, blue, red, and black. Okay. We got some extra gloves. These are like one-use gloves. These ones that I'm wearing are, you can use them a few times because they are double ply, heavy duty. Okay, so yeah, I was really concerned with the box being crunched. Look at it. Yeah, that had no idea what I was going to get, if it was going to be intact or not, or if any of these pieces were going to be missing. Okay, so what I am going to do is I have a mold here. Also had a dog hair on there. It is a type of coaster with crystal type edges around it. So what I'm going to do is I've got some. This was not an expensive mold. I'll tell you that right now. Let me see if this will clean off the section. There's a little thing. If it comes out really good and I like it, I'm probably going to have to do a top coat on this. So, because there's this mar on the silicone, and then over here there's some other stuff going on. Anyway, what I would like to do is kind of a what is that technique? The web effect or the lace effect. So I'm going to be putting, and I'll be using these, and I'm going to use the things I got in the kit, okay, so that we can try it all out. And let me go close the door just a second. My wife was in the other room on the phone and she was talking loudly, and I'm like, no. I mean, I don't mind her voice, but I don't need it detracting y'all from what I'm going to be doing. Anyway, what I want to do is, I'll put these over here, and the sticks over here as well, because I have a little container that I made. Okay, so what I want to do is please shake before use. Okay, that's that's fine. That's not a problem. Let me check and make sure if they're already popped open or not. No. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will mix up some resin and use those. Where'd I put them? There, these little pots, and do a couple colors. And go around the edges, and then also do the white. Well, I live in the United States. Let's go red, white, and blue, huh? So we'll do red, white, and blue. And I'll be using the 4-hour cure. Fast cure. Don't think I'm going to use the mica at this point, but I have it ready. Okay. So I will come back to you after I get the, well, let me get these ready. I don't know how much that holds. I'm assuming 4 ounces max. So I will get 3 of these out. And what I'll let them cure up afterwards, and then I can use them again. They'll be kind of weird because they're going to be colored. That's okay. Not a problem. Now, if you have not heard of the company Craftor, they are not in every country at this point. I don't know if it's available over in Europe, but it is available in the United States. You can order it on Amazon, but they've got very, very good prices on stuff. So if you're looking for I love their 1-to-1, and I love their deep pour. It's really nice resin. But if you're looking for an affordable resin, look for Craftor. I know I have used some of their products before. I know a couple other people. Mary at Resin Me Up. I know Laura at Laura's Design Studio. So yeah, there are a few of us using it, and everybody that has used them seems to really like their stuff. So okay, get one of these ready. So I'll have colors, and I'll have the clear, and I'll use that for the push as well. And I'll be able to mix it up in here, divvy it up there. Colors, push. Yeah, okay. I will be back when I get the resin mixed up. Actually, before I do that, I want to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. I want to check on the inside of these lids, because sometimes they resin companies have a seal, like a foil seal, and sometimes they put this plastic stopper in there. Yeah, the plastic stopper. These I find can be kind of a chore to get out because my fingers are big. That little loop right there is not big enough for my finger, so I have to use a tool to get it started. But I haven't ever had any problems with these breaking a seal during shipping, so that's good. So another good thing for Craftor. Okie doke, I will come back. Okay, I got mixed it up, and I put this through the bubble vacuum chamber. I did not do these, so they got a lot of bubbles in them. So what I want to do is put a little bit of clear down around the edges, and then I'm going to go around and try and see if there's any bubbles down in there. This is a very thick resin. I'll just tell you that right now. Bubble down here. Get it to come up. There's one down there. One there. This almost acts like a top coat or resin. It's that thick. Come on. Okay, so now the white, the top came off when I was putting it in here, so it's really a lot of white colorant. Definitely opaque. The blue is a very pretty color blue. Almost a sky blue. And the red is this is just a couple drops in these, the red and the blue. Which makes a light purple. That's pretty, huh? Dump this in and push that back. And I have a little bit of a bubble right there. And right there. And that's as much as I can put in there. Okay, I will come back to you when that cures up. Hopefully we'll get some good lacing around the edges. We'll see ya. Well, this is cured up, and I actually put a layer of black on. What I used was the black resin dye that came in here. Made that, and I actually had enough to pour just a little bit in this one at first, and then I poured a little bit of the black over the back. So let's see what we have. And this is the lace effect. I didn't have very much blue or red left, but I did have white left over and some clear. So hopefully this comes out cool looking. Well, you can't see the colors. Well, you can a little bit. There's a little bit of blue here and red there. But that's lace effect. Okay, let's see about this one. Never used this mold before. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. Oh, that looks pretty cool. But you cannot see those colors when I backed it with black. See that little smear right there? That's where the mold has that mark on it. But it's got little crystals along the edge. That's pretty cool. And it cured in 4 hours. Well, 6.5 because I put that back on there, the black. But yeah, we got some lace effector here. Pretty cool. And it's in there too. Almost looks like a splash of beep. Cool. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a top coat on these. So I will get some of this resin mixed up, a little amount, and we'll go from there. Be right back. Okay, I mixed this up and introduced a lot of bubbles, but it doesn't matter. I don't have to worry about a mold because this is going to go down on the thin side, and those bubbles should be able to come up, and I'll be able to pop them with a torch, not having to worry about burning my mold. And just take this out to the edge. And let me step right back. Take it out to the edge. Don't go over the edge, just take it to it. And then let the resin self-level. And like I said, I'll get those bubbles in just a bit. This is called a top coat. If you have never done one, it adds, it makes the finished piece thicker, but it also, since this is sort of a blooming effect, this web effect or lace effect, it causes it to have more depth, because now you're looking through another little layer of resin instead of just the initial one. But so far, I'm pleased with this this resin here. Does what it says it's going to do. It cures in 4 hours. I thought it might cure a little faster because it's so hot here, and it's been raining a little bit lately, so the humidity's higher, and that plays havoc with the curing times. Need a little bit more on here. Don't have enough for this lobe. Now this is just loaded with bubbles. Let me show you how to take care of that. Get the torch and just go, well, if assuming it starts. Boom. Don't have to worry about melting my mold because there is no mold. And that gets the initial bit, and any more bubbles that come up, I'll be able to get those after a bit. But yeah, pretty cool. This is basically to fix that spot that the mold had a defect on it. Go right over the top of it. You can't see that defect anymore. It was right there. Yeah, this is a very nice beginner kit. You get mixing cups, a couple different sizes. You get mixing sticks, you get mica powders, and you get resin dyes. So yeah, very handy thing if you're just getting started and you want to not spend a whole bunch on a whole bunch of different components. You can get it all in a kit. Got a little bit more left over. Okay, now I'll just wait till that all cures up, and I'll show you what they look like in the morning, since it's late at night now. Okay, see ya.